both teams. Did you ever spend any time in the backboard at any level when you were playing?
No, I was a ball handling forward, Kevin, and it served me well, but I was not a guard. I was a forward that could dribble and pass fairly well.
So you were ahead of your time, because that's all we see now in the NBA, right? Guards are not always bringing the ball up.
Yeah, you know, somebody just mentioned that to me, Kevin, that I was maybe a tad ahead of my time back in the late 70s.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Boy, you cannot neglect putting the body on Simmons. I mean, with his height and athleticism, this dude is a problem on the glass.
Well, 3 from KD. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Middleton on the wing. And so the ball's out of bounds. Middleton touched it last. And the Nets with possession. To the inside. Back to Rose. Inside. Durant. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
Yeah, just beautiful in the pick and roll. Durant times his move perfectly in there with the strong finish.
Gets it down to Middleton. That one's off. He starts the game with a miss.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there, and neither can he.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Outside Rose. Pass to George. Six on the shot clock. Out of bounds. Dallas will take possession. Just about 2 minutes into the game. First quarter of basketball. Middleton drives in. And again, Dallas turns it over.
Not sure what he was thinking about with that pass. Just sailed it right out of bounds.
And here's Brooklyn. Outside for KD. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Now, here's Fox. Lays it up and banks it in.
Yeah, I love how Fox uses that wiry frame of his. He's eel-like in his ability to get to spots he wants to get to. He's always under control despite playing at a high rate of speed.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Stolen by George. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
I think one of Paul George's best shots is his pull-up jump shot. He's been destroying defenses for years with that mid-range pull-up.
And Dallas calls their first time out of the game.
Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. He is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
And so Simmons will bring it up for Dallas. 9-point game. In the corner, Middleton with it. Here's Yacht. Lays it up and in on a nice reverse.
You know, Antetokounmpo, for all of his skills and talent, he's a worker. This guy likes to grind and takes a lot of pride in outworking people on the board.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Pass to Doncic. The second effort. And it's Antetokounmpo with the bucket inside. Giannis has got his second bucket.
Antetokounmpo going to work inside. Yeah, He's 6'11", but he's also relentless.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
You look at George with all he does, Greg, you sometimes forget how good his perimeter defense is.
Well, I mean, his teammates and coaches won't ever forget about the impact he has on that end. Even when George isn't scoring or the shot isn't falling, he is still a monster on the floor just with his defense alone.
Now, here's Doncic. Here's Durant. And he can extend the lead to double digits. Middleton outside. Here's Doncic. And airballs the triple. That one was way off. And stolen by Simmons. Bad contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
The athleticism of Middleton puts defenders in a rough spot. I mean, sometimes you just have to whack him and hope he misses the shot.
Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately, came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
Giannis, no good.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Durant uses the glass to finish the layup. KD's got 6.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they could get.
Now, here's Ball. After Luka Doncic's miss, and for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
And De'Aaron Fox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. As to Hughes, fires from deep. The Mavericks pull it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Now, here's Siakam. That's good, and it's Stevenson with the assist.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
And the basket is good.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
Six to shoot. They get it back. Pass to White. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Snatched up. Brooks, left side. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Here's Clark. White covering. Outside Robinson. The kick out to Porter. To the middle. Here's Clark. And the shot is long.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
As a defender, he's going to just be a bothersome, worrisome guy, making you miserable all night, a hand in your face on every jump.
Here's ball. Offensive rebound. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. To the paint. Stolen by Stevenson. 4 on 3 as they bring it up. Brooks with it. Back to McGee. At the top of the key, Brooks. He got it up. What a performance for Derrick Rose. He has been the story for Brooklyn. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter that he is having all sorts of problems with them. And whoop. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Brooklyn.
Really some great drives to the basket here early on for these guys.
You know, it also hasn't taken them long to make their mark in the paint. I mean, they're doing a lot of their scoring from in there.
Nets leading by 9. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level. His determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you. Now here's White. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Well, this is where measurements don't tell the whole story. Clark is a tremendous shot blocker despite having an average wingspan.
And Siakam has it in the corner. Offensive rebound. And another shot. Brooklyn with the rebound.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
And the Mavericks call time here. Clark, last couple years, the three-point shot has been absolutely huge, a gigantic weapon for a lot of teams. You live by it, you die by it. Some teams can accept, though, the ramifications of a bad shooting night.
Yeah, I think it's too big a premium not to really overweight the three-point shot. A 50% premium on that particular field goal when it goes down. But I do like to see balance. Attacking the rim, spacing the floor. I love to see guys and teams shoot the mid-range shot as well. But the three-point shot and the way teams use it and shoot it is here to stay for sure.
A different look for Dallas. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Doncic outside. Knocks down the three ball.
That is a sweet-looking jumper there, boy. Doncic doesn't need much space or time to get shots off.
And here's Rose. He's got 13. Outside Porter. Clock at 6. Here's Clark. Great D that time for Middleton.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And the Nets with possession here. Here's Hughes. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Clark. Over Giannis. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. 6 points for Klay Thompson.
You know, the touch on Thompson's three-point shot just off the charts. He just never seems to lose his feel.
Goes up again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws. Well, you know, it's hard to overstate the impact that Giannis has on the floor with his play. I mean, he gives you so much at both ends of the floor, offense and defense, and really draws a lot of attention from the opposing team.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
Shot from 12. Dallas again missing.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
The kick out to Rose. Shot clock at 6. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Here's George. The shot, no good. Now Dallas takes it the other way. The efficiency of Giannis. Clark, that's just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I agree with you guys. For years, people were asking, how scary is Giannis going to be? Well, we got our answer pretty much in the form of he's a nightmare.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can, at times, be unstoppable.
Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Simmons got 6.
With Ben Simmons, his wheelhouse is in close. The closer he is, the more dangerous he is.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Dallas calls timeout. Kind of like what Derrick Rose has done in this game.
And he just keeps hitting shot after shot. They need to design a way to deny him the basketball. Make someone else beat you.
Change here. Mavericks trail by 17. Down low. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Durant attacking. Thompson in the corner. Shoots over Doncic. That one's good from the corner. That's now 8 points for Klay Thompson.
Really starting to find himself now, guys, after getting shut out in the first quarter.
Here's Doncic. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity. Everything's going right for these guys.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
Pass to Curry.
Another foul will give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Now Giannis. He's got 10. From downtown. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Rose with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons. In the corner, George with it. Shoots over Doncic. And it's Brooklyn scoring again.
Well, that's a smooth-looking jumper by Paul George. I mean, he's one of the more gifted scorers in the league, and there's no place on the floor where he can't hurt you.
And Clark with Giannis, you could see the change in his demeanor last year. You know, he knew he was unguardable when he was on the floor.
Well, guys, you know you're special when you can say nobody can stop me, and the general consensus is you're right. I mean, I can't think of any player in the NBA that's really suited to guard Giannis with his blend of speed and strength and ball skills. That guy handles the ball exceptionally well for a big man.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Doncic. Checking in for Mavericks. De'Aaron Fox. Durant down low. That's good, and that evens things out for him. 50-50. 4 of 8 shooting this game.
Yeah, you look at the way Kevin Durant releases it so high, makes it hard to block, which is why he's such an efficient inside scorer.
Buries it from three-point range. Doncic has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Dallas.
After having none in the first, he gets 2 three-point shots to go here.
George, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. And that's game 2 of the string of 4 games played at home.
And you know, this is why people are so high on Antetokounmpo. I mean, his build and skill set are both platinum level. And he knows how to kick his game up a gear, too.
Ball with a wide open look. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. And that's now 7 points for Lonzo Ball.
And Kevin, they dialed up their activity this quarter. We're seeing them convert a lot of those second chance opportunities.
Well, the hustle and the effort, the persistence, all of that paying off in a big way. And that's something that makes a coach smile.
There's 47 seconds left in the first half. Out to Johnson. 6 to shoot. Brooklyn gets it back with a new shot clock at 14. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, ball showing you some nice physicality and strength there, Kevin, and you've got to have confidence in yourself to be able to draw fouls and play through contact like that.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Doncic outside. Connects from three-point range. Doncic has got 9 points in the quarter.
And he's now made 3 three-pointers here in the second, starting to get it going.
Right side, George. Robinson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It goes on Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
Here's White. No nice from the high post.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And so it's Brooklyn. Cruz. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Inside. Stolen by Rose. And now the fast break. George with the ball.
And hustle like that is why he leads his team in rebounds tonight.
And I tell you what, guys, nobody's been more physical in this game than he has. He has been a glass eater.
I like seeing Durant slam that one down. I mean, he's just powering it home thanks to that incredible position.
You know, guys, the Dallas Mavericks with the longest active sellout streak of any pro basketball team. You can put sellout in quotes because they actually give a lot of tickets away to schools and community service groups to make sure that building is full.
Deflects the pass. Pass to Middleton. Takes the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. You know, Clark, the Mavericks making their games accessible to Dallas fans, much more concerned with the packed house than the revenue at the gate.
Yeah, and I like that philosophy, guys. I mean, building their future fan base, those fans will be around for a while, giving young people a chance to become Mavericks fans for life. And you start early, and it pays dividends down the road usually. Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And Durant just great at picking apart the defense. When they leave one of his guys open, he is quick to get the ball to them.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, last season the G League tested out an expansion of the clear path rule. Now that expansion is making its way to the NBA. It should discourage those intentional fouls that slow up teams on the fast break. Fans wanted it, and analysts clamored for it. That will allow the amazing athletes in this league more opportunities to show what they can do with the fast break.
You're right, David. A welcome change. Thank you. On the wing, Doncic. Over Jordan. Doncic, no good.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Siakam, right side. Looking to get it going. And Durant sends it back.
And Durant isn't just a powerhouse on offense. He also has a great sense of timing for when to block shots. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
And as Dirk Nowitzki walks off into the sunset, the Mavericks seem to have found their next European superstar in Luka Doncic. The number 3 pick in last year's draft had a rookie season for the ages.
Pass to Rose. Stolen by McGee. Here's Stevenson. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Doncic, the EuroLeague MVP, led Real Madrid to a title. EuroLeague Finals MVP, all at the tender age of 19.
Incredibly accomplished. Despite that, slipped a little bit in the draft into the waiting arms of the Mavs, who moved up 2 spots to get him. I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Rose attacking through the net again. He's done that 10 times tonight, and he's only needed 11 shots to get there. Doncic outside. To the paint. Pass to McGee. Brooklyn with the rebound.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And so White will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Siakam outside. Over Clark. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. McGee. Siakam, right side. And that one drops.
And he's made more than his fair share of those today.
Porter, no luck. Mavericks trailed by 21. Stevenson inside the 3-point line. That one wide left.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
And Derek White picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clark, here's kind of an interesting perspective question for you. How much of making it to the NBA is talent? How much of it is the work you put into it?
Kevin, if I were to give this a ratio, I would probably say 65% talent, 35% work ethic, because you have to have a level of unique giftedness to be an NBA player. Many can work really hard and not be NBA caliber. So I think there's, I tilt that 65-35 talent to work ethic.
Yeah, I guess when you're up this big, you can afford to get a little sloppy.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Brooks outside. McGee in the corner. Back to Brooks. Pass to McGee. 5 on the clock. And it's blocked. They push it up 4 on 3. He lofts up the alley-oop pass. And it's Clark slamming it down.
And not just a scorer, but a distributor as well. Porter's court awareness is really impressive.
Pass to Brooks. Over Hughes. Brooks with the bucket. Nets leading by 23. Outside Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And that's going to be a travel.
After a first half where he had just one turnover, things have changed in the second. They're starting to pile up on him now.
Outside White. Pass to McGee. Over Robinson. White looking around. That shot off the mark. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Near the three-point line, it's Porter. The quick look, no good that time. To the middle. Here's Finney Smith.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
There's 45 seconds left in the third quarter. Throws it up high.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one.
A little surprised, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same.
It actually almost makes it a little more special. Grace over power is how I would look at it.
Goes up to the stripe. And another basket for Dallas.
The mid-range jumper is a high percentage shot for him, and when he's got that much room, forget about it.
Clark for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Clark's got 7 points for the quarter. Stevenson right side. Porter with the steal. Here's Ball. No good on the last second attempt there. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Nets opening up a huge gap. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Nets leading by 20. And the foul on Dorian Finney-Smith. That'll be his second foul of the game. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Did you ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
Here's Brooks, and the layup is good.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
Porter in the corner. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
And it's Pirtle at the elbow. Trying to find Brooks. He's got it now. Off target from the baseline. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Nice shot by Brooks.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major, or it could be just a slight tweak.
Nets leading by 16. Near the three-point line is Porter. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Porter's got his first points in this one. Here's Fox. Pass to Antetokounmpo. Over Robinson. And it's in off the backboard. And that's 15 points for Giannis.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And stolen by Simmons.
How about the energy and activity on that play? Great steal.
Dallas calls timeout.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
Here is Rose. Thompson outside. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion you'll have periods like this.
Pass to Simmons. Shoots from the corner. The offensive rebound. Brooks outside. Back to Simmons. Lock at 6. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, you can't give up this kind of positioning, not to a guy like Simmons. I mean, all you're asking for is to get burned if you do.
Pass break, Dallas. Here's Fox. And it's Fox with the jam.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
And you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Fox with the steal.
Hey, guys, just a little too nonchalant there. That's a couple turnovers here in the last few minutes, and those miscues can spell trouble.
Back to Giannis. And that one is good. Antetokounmpo's got 4 this quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Oh, the lob for Simmons. Up high to stop the alley.
Phenomenal timing that time, guys, from Simmons. I mean, leaving the ground once the pass was released and then tearing the basket almost out of the glass.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Giannis outside. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Outside for Simmons. 5 to shoot. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Here's George. Here's Robinson. The shot misses. Some solid defense from Antetokounmpo. And Brooks. Here we go. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
To the inside. It's thrown by Antetokounmpo. And it's fucked with the jam.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I didn't think it was going to happen for them, quite honestly, but they finally turned it on, turned it up a little bit. Now they've got to come up with some stops.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
Pass to Simmons. Nice D from Porter. And so it's Porter bringing it up now for Brooklyn. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead.
Yeah, it's really hard to distract Paul George when he goes into a shot. I mean, even though the defense is there and made the obvious foul, doesn't seem to bother.
GA drafted after only playing 3 games at the University of Missouri. A lot of people probably hadn't seen Michael Porter Jr. play basketball. But with that in mind, describe his game for us now.
Kevin, at 6'10", he's a fluid athlete with tremendous shot-making ability. He grew up one of 7 kids, homeschooled. They all played ball. He's had a basketball in his hands from a very young age, and you can see it in his approach.
Thompson in the corner. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Mavericks trail by 10. Here's Doncic. Six on the shot clock. Simmons left side. Here's Middleton. No good that time. Let's go the other way with it. Thompson inside the line. Antetokounmpo grabs the miss. Here's Doncic. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Doncic has got 9 points now in just the second half. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're in front by 7. And there's a minute 45 left in the game. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. His demeanor was not one of the coach whose team was well ahead. He said, this is the time to turn up the heat, make one final push, and try to close out strong. See if they were listening, guys.
Well, I tell you what, this guy gives you everything he's got when he's out there. And that's what you love about Derrick Rose, how fierce he is as a competitor.
Out to Doncic. And he nails that one right through the net. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You got to recognize Simmons is a pass-first guy, which is why you can't leave somebody open around him.
Out to Thompson. There's the 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
And it's still a rare sight to see rebound numbers like the ones he's had tonight.
Boy, he has put in some major work. He's earning his pay, for sure.
And we'll just watch the clock wind down, guys, in what will turn out to be a win here for Brooklyn.
Tonight, they did a great job of getting everyone involved. They had the good passing, and that led to some open shots.
Solid play, definitely, Kevin.
And they took charge when it counted, and they'll be notching their 9th win overall. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance of Rose.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
Boy, Rose is a marvelous athlete who's really good at taking it to the cup, and he's hard to cover because of that.
Both teams deciding to change it up. He's perfect from the line this time.
You've got to figure those are the free throws that officially put this game out of reach.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's on JaVale McGee.
When Rose is attacking, guys, the defense has to act. He puts them on their heels.
And Rose drops them both. It's tipped. Lee with the steal. Pass to Robinson. Back to Rose. And it's Finney-Smith with the rebound. The drive by Simmons. Doesn't go that time. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.